Experiment was conducted in Harvard University, and almost 60% of the students that they are going to be reached by the age of 25 years. But here's the critical thing: most of them never achieved that goal. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the mistakes that I made that kept me poor as a youth for a very long period of time. This mistake could be very, very critical. That if you don't know what you do, there is a quote that said that youth is a vapor. Before you know it, you are old and you haven't make it in life. So I'm going to share with you my life experience, and you learn from it so that you cannot make the same mistake as I've made. So after my secondary school on 2000 in 2002, I get a job that pays me 25,000 naira per month. You understand? At that time it was a very big money for me. I feel like okay, I have made it all. So but something happened. I worked in that company for about 4 months or 5 months. Yeah, 4 to 5 months, and I resigned. So one of the questions I always asked myself when I was in that company was that when we come, we are the lowest people in that company. So but our job is the hardest job. We do carry drinks. I don't know most of you that know these companies. We do carry drinks. Our job is the hardest job in that company. Without us, that company cannot operate. Are you getting it? So I always ask this. I always ask my colleagues this question: we do the hardest job. Our job is the hardest. When we are not at work, the company will not run for that day. Are you getting it now? But there is something that I always think. I said, if our job is the highest job, is the hardest job in this company, then why is our salary the lowest job? You understand? This bothers me a lot. As a that time I was about 17 years. You understand? This bothered me a lot. That I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just asking. Just that I'm not asking that maybe okay I want to resign, or okay blah blah, or maybe the money is not too big. I just want to understand the concept. Why is it like this? Because if our job is, because in my village when we do all this bricklaying work, for the one that is more harder we charge more higher. So I ask myself, if our job is the hardest job in this company, then why is our salary so lowest? That most of the people that record what is being sold in the company, that their salary is more than our own, whereas they are not doing any job. Their job is just to record the goods that goes out of the company, and do all these things. I keep on asking myself these questions, like what is happening. So I didn't get an answer to this question. I didn't get an answer to this question. You understand? So that time I believe that if you want to work, if you want to make money, now you need to work really hard. And that's why I have been questioning this same thing. That I'm working really hard. My job is the highest in this company, yet I'm not making enough money. Okay, I said okay, let's see be bygone. I didn't bother myself. So after some months, I left that company. There is a video I watched about Marion Golden's video. I don't know most of you that I don't know if you know the man, Marion Golden. He experienced the 4 levels of value. In one of these videos, I will explain the 4 levels of value to you people so that you will understand. He explains the 4 levels of value, and I understood the reason I'm not making enough money. And this thing kept me very, very poor for a long period of time. I understood why I was doing the hardest job in that company, yet my salary is very, very low. So I understand. In one of these, I will make a video about the 4 levels of value. If you want me to make the video about the 4 levels of value, comment below. So I understand that when I was in secondary school, I believe that time equals money. That the money in your bank app or your bank account is equals to the time you devote to a company. But this is not true, because when I work in that company, we are the first to come to work, and we are the last to leave. Yet our salary is very, very low. And those people that doesn't even do much thing, their salary is more than our own. So I come to a conclusion. These are my own personal experience. You understand? It can also help you in your career. I come to a conclusion that time doesn't equal money. You understand? Time is not equal to money. That time is more infinitely more valuable than money. Because I understand that those people that earn more than us, they value their time so much. So I come to a conclusion that money equals value. Understand? Money equals value. That the value you give to people equals the amount in your bank account. You understand? So I understand that in that our job, whenever someone resigned, there is even that day that I resigned in that company, they replaced someone that day. They got someone to replace me that day. You understand? Because my job is not that valuable. It's just hard, but it's not that valuable to the company. They can easily replace me. Understand? They can easily replace me. Whereas those people that are doing high job, those people that are not doing that, their job is not hard. The managers, you understand, those people, the storekeepers, they are not easily replaced. There is even a guy that time that said that he wants to resign, and the manager was begging him. You understand? So then I learned a very big lesson from this thing, that time doesn't equal money. That money equals value. That the amount of money you make depends on the amount of value you deliver to people. And value is not, you cannot deliver something to people and say, this thing is valuable. Because that time I was saying that our job is valuable, that without us this work cannot exist. That without us our job, this company cannot run. You understand? So I was wrong. The company doesn't see it like that. You understand? So I was defining value for my own personal um, perception. So value is not what you value. Value is what the people you are giving it to values. You understand? So time doesn't equal money. Rather, money equals value. If you want to make more money, this was the mistake I was making. I was thinking that time equals money. So I made a decision that if I want to make more money, I must raise my value, that to the extent that I will not be easily replaced by another person. You understand? This is a very critical lesson I learned from my job. That if I want to make more money, I must raise to a standard that I'm valuable to the society, I'm valuable to the country, I'm valuable to the people around me, that I cannot be easily replaced. In fact, I cannot be replaced unless I die or what. So that's my lesson number one, that money equals value. And if you want to make more money in any industry you are in, you must raise to a standard of value that you are not easily replaced. So the second mistake I made that kept me for many years was now let me tell you something. I want to tell you a story. In fact, I missed a very big opportunity in my life. When I started this company, I told you, one man called me and said, he loves how I work very, very hard. That a small guy like me is working very, very hard. That he loves the way I work. The man said, okay, he's going to help me. I said, thank you, sir. I thought that maybe the man will, give me money to start up something or send me abroad. The man gave me a book to read. I was like, what is this thing? Like, are you mad or something? I'm telling you that I need money. That I'm financially broke, that I'm very, very broke, and you are giving me book to read. What kind of, I'm not saying this in his front, so I'm saying it when I got to him. That what kind of nonsense is this? I didn't open that book. I have forgotten the name of that book. Okay, that book was Rich Daddy and Poor Daddy. Most of you are familiar with this book. You understand? Most of you are familiar with this book. I didn't open that book for one day to read, because why didn't I open it? I was focused on making money at that time. That I didn't focus on learning. So for 2 years to 3 years, I was focused on making money. I was focused on earning. But to my greatest disappointment, I didn't make any money. I didn't make a dime. Understand? So I reinforced my thinking to learning. That's when I started making small money. So the mistake I made, the second mistake I made at a very young age, and I think that most youth are also making, is that they keep on focusing on making money. They keep on focusing on earning. You understand? When you start learning money at a very young age, you think that you have arrived. So therefore, you're not going to learn more, and as time goes on, you are going to go down. So instead of starting to make more money in my career, I started learning. I started learning more than earning more. That I said something to myself, that you see this particular thing, that I'm going to learn it in 5 years. I'm going to learn it in 4 years. I'm going to learn it as if I'm in the university. At the end of the day, let's see what happens. You understand? So I was more focused on learning than earning. So have you seen it now? So these are the two little mistakes that kept me for many years. Number one was that I think that time equals money, whereas time doesn't equal money. Money equals value. The second mistake is that I was focusing on making money instead of learning, but I reinforced it and focused on learning more on a daily basis instead of making money. So if you are making one of these mistakes, you can reinforce it and for you not to make the same mistake that I'm making. See you on my next video.